Hello, and before we get into this week's episode, again, we just want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Number one, thank you so much for being a part of the FOC journey, family, group. I mean, you guys, it's been really incredible to hear your guys' different stories and the way that this has been impacting you. And we're just so thankful. And we can't emphasize enough, when you like an episode, when you comment on an episode, whether it's YouTube, whether you're subscribing, whether you're following us on Instagram or Facebook, or we're on X now, every little bit helps. Every little bit helps to get our, not only what we're doing out there, but it's also just a great way to support us. We have just such big vision for what we want to do next, but some people have been messaging us about like, hey, make sweatshirts. Well, that was the game plan. And then we kind of jumped into doing video, and we've seen the benefits of the video. We've heard from a lot of you about why the video is so great. And so then there's a little bit more that's been put into the video. And so a couple of things get put on hold, but it would be great if you guys would just like the videos, subscribe, comment, let us know what you guys are doing. Let us know, what are some future drops. We are getting some really great feedback from the Hate, Evil, Love People drop that we did, and there's just so much more to come. So if you would, please follow us on all those platforms. And now let's get into this week's episode.
Thank you guys for being here today. We love you. We appreciate you. Today we are talking a little bit about thankfulness.
Tis the season, Justin.
Tis
the season. We're here. Thanksgiving week, baby.
I saw a TikTok the other day that said, I like my Christmas with a side of Thanksgiving or something like that.
Side of turkey or something like that, right?
It was something like that, because that is us. We even had over one of Scarlett's best friends recently, and we, have all of our Christmas decor up, and I made the kids hot cocoa, and we wrote letters to Santa. She goes, wow, you guys do things early around here.
Yeah. And we're like, not really.
And I was like, I said, no, I literally told her, I said, this is the one thing we do early around here. Yeah. Everything else. What
book
did we
reports.
joke? Yeah.
Book reports.
We joked. We were like, we don't do book reports early, though. Yeah. But no.
Actually, we do, Miss Lamas. Whatever. We do them on time.
Don't lie.
Scarlett.
She knows.
Yeah, of course she knows.
Hey, at least we're honest about it.
Dude, school is hard. Okay?
School is hard. And then being a parent, I don't know. All you parents are probably like, come on, get it together. But
yeah, we just like to eat ice cream.
Yeah. Anyways, we like to have fun. We like to have fun with our kids. We don't like to business all the time. That's all that it is. Anyways, moving on. That went a different route than we meant to. But yeah, Thanksgiving week, talking about gratefulness.
Thanksgiving too is it doesn't even exist anymore, which is
not in this household.
Well,
hardly.
not anywhere. And what came first, the chicken or the egg? I really don't know. But it's you go in to Home Depot or Lowe's, and every place is filled with their Halloween decorations, and then it's hardcore Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
And
I've fallen into the trap. We used to be people that decorated the weekend after Thanksgiving. But man, you know what? I like to spend my Thanksgiving eating my turkey next to my Christmas tree.
Yeah.
It feels great. It feels to me, it just feels like they're all, I was saying this to you the other day, it feels like they're all just a part of the season. Christmas decor, then we have Thanksgiving. It doesn't feel like they need to be separate. I have not one single ounce of a Thanksgiving decoration in our house.
Here's my theory.
It's Halloween, Christmas.
Here's my theory, and then we'll get into this week's episode. My theory is this. It's a working theory. I feel like the expectation of what you're supposed to have in decor, both exterior and interior, has grown to be so complex that you're exhausted by the time you put it up, and you go, listen, if we're putting all this work into putting it up, it's staying up for months.
Yeah.
And insert why there's hardly any Thanksgiving
No, I
decorations.
actually saw something recently it was a TikTok about this girl talking about like what Christmas decor is in this year. And she was like going through it all. And I always go to the comments. And someone in the comments goes, I just don't get it. Why do we all want to have the same thing? You know? And I was like, there really is. I mean, I 100% fall into the like, what's in this year, like, you know, going with the trends. But I was like, she really has such a point. Like, why do we all like feel this need to like get more, buy more? I don't know. But it really is. I've told Tom too, like when we've put up all of our Christmas decor, I'm like, it's kind of crazy how much you put up just for a couple of months. Like why don't we put this much effort
into our
home regularly? Like I buy more Christmas decor than I do decor for the entire year.
Yeah.
You know, like it kind of is, but there's just something to it. Like there's just like that magic homey feeling around the Christmas season.
Yeah.
And I always tell Tom's judging me right now, but I always tell him like, you feel and experience what you do because of the hard work I put in.
Well, but it's also something I just don't understand.
You're a guy. It's fine. Move on. I don't want to get into it.
I couldn't give a rip. Couldn't give a rip.
He doesn't give a rip.
I don't give a rip.
And
where did we get that from? What's those girls' names?
I can't think of the name of their podcast off the top
of
my head.
We'll have them on the pod.
Yeah, one of these days. They're freaking hilarious.
Speaking of which, we're really excited about a couple of guests that are going to be coming on. I've reached out to Chris Pratt. I've reached out to Justin Bieber, Tim Tebow. They're going to get back to me. They got to work it into their schedule. I wish I was joking.
Yeah, you guys. The other day, he actually goes, hey, I reached out to some people to be on the podcast. He's like, Justin Bieber,
Chris Pratt,
Tim Tebow,
Mark Wahlberg's
like, wow, dream big, baby.
Yeah, the joke will be on you when they're sitting.
I appreciate it.
And we're going to be,
I'm all about
not you, but the people who are doubting us right now.
Yeah, everyone's going to doubt, but guess what?
Everyone's going to
We don't give a rip.
We don't give a freaking rip. We don't give a rip.
Okay, anyways.
This one's going to be a fun podcast today.
Yeah.
Not that the other ones aren't, but this one we're excited about
we're just vibing.
It's Thanksgiving week. It's Thanksgiving week. And so, but yeah, we wanted to talk to you guys today about just this whole idea, because I know, man, the holidays, whether you have a great, set of family members, or you have a rough set of family members, or maybe you just don't have any family. We've known some older people that the holidays are really, really hard. And despite all that, there's always something to be thankful for. So that's what we want to talk about today.
Yeah. Yeah. I was reading a book this morning, and Tom and I kind of talked about this a little bit, but about how you just can't control what life brings your way. You can't control what your family might look like or how they respond to things, but you can control how you respond to things. And I think a big way and a kind of life-changing way to like change your view on things is and how to respond is with gratitude and thankfulness for the things that you do have. And I think that is genuinely a practice. Like that is not something that just is easy to just be thankful, because life is hard. It is very easy to not be thankful. Like Tom and I were even talking this morning about how, we wonder how many people out there just are like struggling so hard financially. Like we were just saying, like our economy is hard right now. And even going back to social media, there's this pressure to live up to certain standards or have your home look a certain way or wear a certain thing. Like I feel that pressure often. And, we live in this consuming, like as Americans, this like overconsumption of things.
Mm-hmm.
But we also all know that finances are hard these days for a lot of people. Even if you have a really good income, like things are expensive. And we were just kind of sharing that, like we're just thankful for what we do have, because we know there's a lot of people out there that like as you approach Christmas, dang, it's stressful. It's not fun. It's like, where am I going to get the money for X, Y, and Z? And so,
and it's also hard being online too, because there's this idea of, you scroll through and you see this one video and you go, man, I want that. I wish I could have that. And you scroll through and you go, actually, no, I really want that too. And you know, as you're scrolling, or maybe as you're talking to your friends, maybe you get together with your friends and they're talking about this thing that they have and that thing that they have. I mean, you can really begin to feel like you're doing something wrong
Yeah.
based off of this. It's not even like the people that you're looking at or the people that you're around are trying to get you to compare. It's just something that happens. You just
Yeah.
start comparing. And that is so anti what God wants for us. God doesn't want us to be poor and content, but the things that he does give to us, he does want us to enjoy them. And
steward them well.
yes, 100%. And so without a shadow of a doubt, like, we just want to look at a couple of things that maybe could help you in this season, because I mean, you know, everyone's definition could be a little bit different as far as how finances could be difficult. But I mean, we taste it too. Like, this whole idea of, I mean, there are things that we want. There are things that places we want to go, things we want to purchase, houses we want to move into,
Yeah.
and we really have to gut check ourselves to say, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know, just because we want that thing, whatever that thing is, doesn't mean that what we do have doesn't count.
Yeah.
Justin has to check me on it. I have to check her on it.
Oh, he loves to check me on it.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just kidding.
Yeah. Well, you're wrong a lot.
Shut up. No, just I mean about the buying of things, you know, and getting sucked into that. I do have to check myself.
Oh my gosh, we don't want to go here.
Oh man. We'll talk about it later. I lost my train of thought, but
you were talking about how much you love me.
Yeah. So much. No, what were you saying?
Just comparison and how we even run into it as well.
What I was going to say is to, like, also going back to, this is where I've had to check myself just recently, and like, as you're just getting excited for the holidays and you want to make your kids, like, you want to give them like the best possible like experience, especially since they're kids. And I'm always just like, they have one childhood, you know, and then, you know, getting wrapped up in like Christmas decor, or like, oh, that sweater's cute, or these Christmas PJs. Like, it's just so easy to be pulled in so many different directions. And then on top of that, like, we're like hosting family and all this. So you want to like make sure that your house is in order and that it's homey and people feel welcome. And so you get caught up in that. And I've really had to like hone in and check myself of like, what? First of all, you can't do it all. Second of all, like, what brings you true joy and peace? And it's like, it's not all the things, because all of the things, there's always going to be another thing. You're going to buy that cute pillow, and then there's going to be another cute pillow. And then you're going to, you know what I mean?
Every
Saying
year.
like, it's not, I'm not telling you not to buy the pillow. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, there's always going to be something else. There's always going to be something cuter. And just kind of going back to like, you know, I'm so thankful for what we do have. I'm so thankful that our home is cozy and warm and welcoming. I'm so thankful that my kids get to run around here and rage and be crazy and drink hot cocoa. Like, they're going to come back on these memories more than they are like the things that I buy. It's almost as similar to, like, you know, that saying that says it's not what you said, it's how you say it. Mm-hmm. It's almost like the same thing can apply to the holiday season. It's like, it's not what you buy, it's how you make someone feel. Or, you know what I mean? Right. It's like you can apply it in that way too. But yeah, we were just talking, and we just really, like, obviously in honor of Thanksgiving, but want to talk a lot about gratitude and focusing on, even if you do have little, and maybe like you're striving for more right now, but you're not quite there, like, be thankful for where you are at right now. Mm-hmm. We just had this conversation recently about I joined a network marketing company about 4 years ago now. November actually marks my 4-year anniversary. And throughout these 4 years, I have learned and grown so much. And Tom and I were just talking about how when a lot of people, when they join and partner with a company, they want to go to the top of things very quick. Like that's obvious. Like that's the goal. It's like, I want to, be successful, but I feel like in the last, goodness, like 6 months, I've become so grateful for the last 4 years, and that maybe it didn't look exactly how I thought it was going to, and it's taken time, but God has taught me so much throughout the journey, and I am a completely different leader now than I was 4 years ago, or even 2 years ago, or even 1 year ago, because of the things like God's like, I'm going to prepare you. I'm not going to just send you to the top. I'm going to prepare you to lead women. And so, like, that's just an example of like, yeah, of course, I would rather, skyrocket to the top, but God's got to teach me some things. So I'm thankful that I'm where I'm at right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even with just this idea, you had mentioned if somebody's not where they want to be, or maybe they don't have, this thing or that. I want to like ask the question, maybe to whoever's listening, or maybe like to us, just like, who are you basing this off of?
Yeah.
The Kardashians? Okay, well then nobody's gonna make that cut. Okay, based off of Jeff Bezos, no, Elon Musk, like no one's gonna make those cuts. Is it based off of people that are around you personally? Um, because I know that just as a dad, I want to be able to provide a life for my kids where we are close.
Yeah.
Do I want them to have the toys and the things that their other friends have? Kind of. Like maybe 60% of me wants that, because I don't want our kids to be the kid left out because we decided to, pinch pennies. However, we've been seeing some videos, you and I have been sharing them back and forth, where, you got people that are asking their kids, hey, what gifts did you get last year for Christmas? And they're like, oh, I can't remember. Okay, what family vacation did we go on this year? Oh, we went here. They can remember the trips and the memories that were made. They can't remember the gifts and the toys or whatever it is that were purchased. And it was kind of, advocating for, let it be something that's a trip or something that's memorable rather than buying another materialistic thing. And I do think that that is a good kind of gut check for us. Why do we want the trendy thing?
Yeah.
Why? Like, why is that? In music, you can have these conversations where, if you really want to get like super, super musician-y about it, you're like, well, nobody's original because everyone just uses the same chords and the same notes. Like, no one creates anymore, blah, blah, blah. And originality is hard, and sometimes it is easier to fall in line and go with the trend and go with the whatever. We're talking about like our kids, and our kids want this thing and that thing, and I'm like, they don't even know what this thing and that thing is. So we're gonna break our backs for them just to treat it. But do I think our kids and your kids and the people that you love should have a great Christmas? Yes. But what is that definition? What does that look like? Because one of the things that Just Ann will talk about is, putting a budget on what she gets our kids for Christmas, because they're not expensive right now. They will eventually become teenagers and want $100 minimum gifts, like AirPods or these things
Lululemon.
these different big brands. Right now the kids want like Ninja Turtles and they want Barbies and stuff. They're, fairly cheap. And
well,
fairly
they are and they're not.
Well,
it kind of is shocking how expensive
certain things
are.
Yeah. And that's just the thing of it, is like, it's almost better to have that financial side, like to make those memories. But again, going back to what the scriptures say, like, we are supposed to be content.
Mm-hmm.
That is a goal.
Yeah.
That is almost like borderline commandment, like, enjoy what you have. I mean, without in scripture, the 10 commandments says it without saying it. Like, those last few commandments are like, don't want what your neighbor has, don't be envious, don't commit adultery, which is essentially wanting what you don't have. These different things where, like, And then you come into this season where it's like, oh, it's all about Jesus. It's all about being thankful. And you're just like, well, we don't have turkey this year. We're going to have to go with a ham. We're going to have, like canned cranberry sauce instead of homemade. And like, oh, I wish we were so. It's just like all these different things. You're just like, can you just start making a list of things you're thankful for?
Yeah.
That was a tangent. I'm sorry.
I got stuck on the ham. I don't know. I just got stuck there. And then I started thinking about how I really don't even like turkey that much. Do you feel like that?
What did I say, though? What was I saying? Do you remember? No.
No, I just was thinking, like, isn't it crazy how long, don't get me wrong, I like turkey deli meat, but like, isn't it crazy how long it takes to cook a turkey? And like, I don't know about your guys' plates, but like it's like side, turkey.
That's wild. That is wild. That's what you got from it. So,
Okay.
let me ask you.
No, I was following. It was just at the very end. I was like, ham.
Well,
gross.
let me ask you this. As
Okay.
far as, just from the woman's perspective, when the holidays come, what is the hardest part for, I mean, obviously not all women because everyone's different, but what is one of the hardest things about the holidays?
The never-ending to-do list.
Every woman goes through that, or do you think every mom?
I think no, nothing can be a blanket statement. Everybody's life looks different.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say in conversation with a lot of my friends and just women in my life, it seems to be a very common thing. Like, I was trying to explain this to Tom the other day because, like he said, he was like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And I'm like, I just think that in the same way there are things that Tom handles that I don't handle. There are things that like I do that he doesn't even realize that I do and just take care of. So like, and it heightens in the holiday season. So like I was telling him, I was like, you just show up to your mom's for Thanksgiving. You don't have you don't have to worry about the food that's brought or like the teachers' gifts, all of the gifts for the kids, picking out Christmas PJs, scheduling holiday photos, ordering the Christmas cards. Like the list goes on. And I think that women typically carry that weight. And like I was very careful when I was talking to Tom about this because I was like, I don't want it to sound like you don't even get it. You just get to show up everywhere. Blah, 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 blah. Like I didn't want it to sound like that. Because there is so much, like Tom and I have always really like prided our marriage on the fact that like we are a team in things. Like it's not like we are just a team. There are things that I handle. There are things that he handles. We parent our kids like 50-50. Like it's not like this thing where like one does more than the other. There are seasons. There are seasons when say like my work is really heavy and Tom will take on maybe a little bit of the house load a little bit more and vice versa or whatever. We have seasons, but overall, like we are a team. But there are certain things that women, I just think, handle with like that men maybe just don't even realize are handled. You know what I mean? Like, have you, and I just think that a lot of those things come up when it comes to, and even like our daughter, she turns 1 in the month of November. All of our kids are like our 2 oldest, their birthdays are far away from Christmas. This is our first baby who is near the Christmas season. So then that was an added thing. Like a birthday party and, ordering the decorations, ordering the cake, ordering the food. Like I'm going to make her a smash. Like there's just all of these things that like women just handle. So I would say that would be the hardest thing is it is so you're just like you want to live in the moment, but you just have so much going on. And those are just added things to all of the other things that you already have going on,
And I think that's the thing too, when you think about that stuff and then and then as far as a guy is concerned, you think about the providing side of it. You want your kids to have just the greatest. You want your wife to have the greatest. You want your family to have the best. Men are creatures that need to have purpose. when you really break it down, it comes from why we were created and how God created us. And, we were supposed to be working from the day that we were, even prior to sin, we were supposed to be working. We needed a purpose. We needed something to do. That's what men were created for. And so then you kind of see life through that lens. And respectfully, like everything you're saying, it's like no one gives a rip about Christmas cards. It's like, but no, they do. They do.
Yeah. I
Our
always have to
dads,
tell Tom, I'm like, the solution is not to just wipe it all out. Like, I always have to tell him, like, just because you don't care about it doesn't mean that, like, I don't care about it. You know what
right.
I'm saying? Because men, and this is where, like, men, if you're listening, like, hear me out, like, just for your wife's sake. But then also women, same thing. Like, men just don't get it. And that's fine. Like, they don't have to. But like find a way to communicate these things and like don't let it be an argument, you know?
Mm-hmm. And yeah, because I mean that's the thing. I think like at the end of the day, you're trying to figure these things out. But my question on top of all of this is like, where does this come from? Where is it that a man feels like he has to provide this kind of lifestyle? Where does this man develop that he wants to have this kind of lifestyle for his family? Where does he develop that he's not providing that or he's not good enough? And then it kind of stems on that same vein for the women too. Like, where did you get the idea that you needed to have this kind of color for your wrapping paper, this kind of color for your pillows, this kind of decor on the inside and the outside, and this thing and that thing? All of that to say, I think it comes from trying like super spiritual, super sorry kind of about this. Like it becomes a distraction because I think the enemy uses it as a distraction. And so we're talking about Thanksgiving, we're talking about the holidays and how to be grateful. Well, first realize that the enemy is trying to rob this from you.
Yeah.
The enemy wants you to
So
pick
true.
out the bad things.
Yeah.
I don't have this or I don't have that, And that first recognize that.
'Cause that'll just steal your joy like that.
We've seen our kids open gifts. A friend of ours brought a gift over for my son the other day because of his birthday. He opens it up and he goes, "I just knew that that's what this was going to be," in a happy way. He was happy, but it was like, why did you say that? Where does that come from? Or
also we've watched our kids just rip through gifts. Like they're not
on to
even
the next one.
they're not even processing. I think we noticed that last year that they
Yeah.
weren't even processing what they just opened. They were already moving on. It's like an adrenaline rush. You
Right.
know what I mean? Of like, it's wild when you
Yeah.
really pay attention to it.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like realizing that there is this greed that's out there. There is this expectation that I'm supposed to have this, and this, and you keep feeding it, and you just got to be careful with that, because each and every single one of us has something great that is going for us. Maybe it's your health. Maybe it's your job. No, my job sucks, or my health isn't that good. Well, at least you have it. You could
Yeah.
not have it.
Yeah.
And you start to break down like these different things. I got to be around my annoying uncle, my annoying aunt. Well, there's some people who don't have that.
Yeah.
There's some people that might be by themselves, this holiday season. And, oh, Tom, that's me. I might be around that. Or maybe you're thinking of somebody right now. You're like, dang, this person has been mean to our family this year. I know they're going to be by themselves. Maybe this is your reminder of like, reach out to them. Well, Tom, you don't know what they did. I don't know what they did for sure, but at least you still have them. God's kept them around for a certain reason. I'm not sure what that is, but you just begin to think about like, what is the real reason? Well, the end of the year is coming. It's time to say, I love you and I'm thankful for the people that are in your life, because it really does come down to that. It's the
Yeah.
people,
And it's also like, yes, you're like extending that olive branch in some situations, but sometimes it's also not always for the other person. It's for you.
Yeah.
That's a healthy place for you to be and for you to be able to release certain things and to just be able to like move forward. That's healthy for you.
Yeah.
Tom and I wrote down a few things. Did you write yours down or you
No.
just know them? We wrote down a few things that we're grateful for, and we're just going to kind of go through them, and maybe this will get your wheels turning. Is that the right saying?
Sure.
Sure, yeah.
I believe in you.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you know me, you know I mess up my
Sayings.
sayings like so bad all the time.
My favorite one is back in the day. She used to say that she would take things for granite.
You guys, my
like
whole
the
life,
rock.
I thought it was like granite.
Granite, like the rock.
Yeah, no.
Like,
I learned when I was a ripe, 22 years old,
I don't know.
that it's granted.
Granted.
And I
Taking
still
things for
second guess
granted.
myself every time I say it.
You should see her say it. It's the best thing. Some
Yeah.
cogs in her brain.
Woo.
Anyways, okay. Things we're grateful for.
Do you want to go first or me?
We're not judging each other. We listen and we don't judge.
Oh.
Okay.
Oop.
Okay. Well, I have a feeling yours are gonna be like really great. Mine are gonna be really simple, but it just speaks to who we are. So I'll go first.
Okay.
I am thankful for just overall patience. I'm grateful for the patience you've shown me.
That's creative.
Oh, thank you. Grateful for the patience you've shown me. I'm thankful for the patience
Just messing it up now.
that God has shown me. And our kids. I'm just thankful that our kids have just been like, I mean, how many times have I apologized and been like, I'm so sorry, you guys, I shouldn't have reacted that way, or I love you or whatever, and they're just like, it's okay, Dad, it's okay. I'm like, all right. Well.
But you know what? That's a reflection of us. I mean, like, not to like
but toot.
I don't. But like that is something happened recently with Jeremiah where we were in the kitchen together and I spilt something. No, first he spilt something and I was like, "It's all right, bud, no big deal," and I cleaned it up. And then I turn around and spilt something. And he goes, "Mom, it's okay. Like, don't worry." Like and I was like, "Wow." It was like you're like convicted and also like, okay, I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
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 That was a very good one.
Oh, wow, thank you.
Good job.
Thank you. How many points
creative.
do I get?
Mine's gonna sound like not original.
Yeah. I'm thankful for the tires on my car.
I am. I'm gonna work backwards.
Okay.
I am thankful for my health. Okay. I know that's a very basic, but what I want to say about it is the other day I went running. It was the first time I ran in
Tell them how
2 years.
Tell them how far you went.
A whopping 1 mile. And my knees were hurting. And I just like kind of just got hit with like, dang, like when you're younger, like you just don't realize how easy it is to do certain things, like to simply just walk. Or like we went to Disneyland recently and my body, all of us were so sore. But like just the fact that we have the ability, we have the body that allows us to do that. Like I've just been hit with that as we're starting to get older and, we start to ache a little bit here or there in ways that we used to not. I'm like, I don't want to take for granted
there you go.
This body that I have. Like I'm very thankful. And then also like not even age, like there are just people out there that like whether they have chronic illnesses or whatever it is, that they're not able to do certain things. And so on that run, I was like, man, I need a new pair of knees. But at the same time, I'm just like, thank God that I can just decide, like, I'm going to go on a run today, and I'm able to do that. I also, just in the last like month or so, we've just been really like honing in on, well, first of all, we sleep trained our daughter. That was a game changer. And then we've been like honing in and just eating healthy and stuff. And just like the fact that like we both feel really good, like just energy wise and being able to sleep again. And I think that that's made me grateful for like, okay, like I feel like my mind is clearer. I just feel good,
Yeah. Second, I'm grateful for the growth of our family. I'm thankful that we have grown in a wide variety of ways, from just the recent changes and how we've adapted to those, both on like the professional side of our life and then the personal side of our life. Gosh, it seems like there's something thrown at us every week.
Yeah.
It seems like there's something thrown at us every month. And we're just like, well, at least we got each other and we're here in it,
Yeah.
And so I'm just appreciative of that. And yeah, that's my number 2. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is I am thankful for slow mornings. They don't come around often. But like the weekend, it's really Saturday. But when we wake up and there's just no rush to get out the door, man, I'm so thankful.
I just don't even expect those anymore. I don't even expect them.
Well, they look a little different because, Ellie like wakes up and demands things. But I mean, just like to not have to rush out the door. I feel like I've been thankful for slow mornings ever since Scarlett went into full-time school. Because, man, you get up and you freaking get out the door before 8 every morning,
Yeah. Let us know if you guys think Just Dance should homeschool the kids. Next,
I'm going to have to retire.
Yeah. Okay, the third thing that I have is just kind of similar with what you're saying, like with health. But I just appreciate the small things. Like I really, at the end of the day, when it comes to my prayers and everything, I'm just praying for the little things, and I'm praying for our family's health. And so I'm thankful that our family is all healthy. Maybe not to the extent of where they all want to be, but like all of our parents, all of our siblings, all of their spouses, everyone's alive, everyone's not in the hospital,
Yeah.
And those are, but with that, we also have our needs taken care of, just like these little things. Do we have everything that we want? No, we don't. But I am so thankful that we look around, we got a roof over our head. We love each other. Sometimes we're mad at each other, but we love each other. And when it is all of us together, especially us 5, when it is all of us together, we kind of everyone's got something to laugh at, because somebody's doing something funny,
Yeah.
And we just have a really great time together. So
I feel like ours are kind of similar. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. Well, we're married.
Yeah, we are one.
We are one. Heyo.
I'm grateful for the love and the unity that is shared within our home. That's something I pray, like when I'm talking to God, I so often just say, thank you so much for the love that we share in this home. It's so important to me that our home just feels, it might sound silly to say this because this is our kids' home, but like I want our kids to just feel at home in their home, if that makes sense. I want them to feel like their presence is known here. It's their home. It's, I want this place to be sacred for them. And I just feel like over the years, Tom and I have worked really hard to just like cultivate that into our home. And I'm just thankful, kind of similar to what you said, like that we have a loving marriage that then, spews out into our kids too. And yeah, I'm very, very thankful for that. That's probably like the number one thing that I'm grateful for in life.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just wanted to kind of share with you. Was that your last one?
That was the last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just kind of wanted to share those things with you just to maybe hope, like in hopes that it inspires you to maybe write a list or to share with your spouse or your kids or a friend or your mom or dad or whoever it is, just to share with them what you are grateful for. We also understand that there are things that maybe we shared on our list that you might be struggling with, whether it's a sick family member or maybe you are experiencing grief in some type of way heading into this holiday season. Or maybe your marriage is, you guys are struggling in some type of way. Tom and I, we have things that we're going through too. But we just encourage you to like find those little things. The little things really go such a long way, but find those little things that really, that you are thankful for and that bring you joy. If you're having a hard time, like if you're really in the thick of things, I would encourage you to just pray that God would reveal the good things to you.
And then I would also say too, if you're somebody who's hosting for the holidays and maybe you're looking for something to do around and like playing games is always great. Whether it's like Uno, something we've been playing recently, or a game that my big side of the family likes to play is called Left, Right, Center.
It's a good one.
That's a fun one. But that's just something that brings people together. But if typically, it's tradition for a lot of people that at Thanksgiving, hey, okay, go around and say something that you're thankful for. You have an opportunity in that moment to be serious or goofy. I'm thankful for my family. Or you can be specific and be authentic and really change the tone of what you could be the first one at your family function to make it something that means a little bit more. And so, yeah, when it comes your turn, and if you're hosting, you could be the one who starts this and just say, hey guys, I want to go around the room and just, what are we thankful for? I will start. And then just go into something serious, go into how much you love the chaos of your family, or you love a little quirk that they do. But just say, you're just, and include God in it, obviously. God, we're so thankful that God would keep this going in our family. And, we're not sure how much longer we have with this, but we are still thankful for it. It could just go such a long way, because I feel like we're in a society that likes to make jokes out of a lot of stuff, that we like to laugh. Nothing can be too serious. And it doesn't have to be super depressing and serious, but it just a moment of authenticity.
Yeah.
Just letting those people know you don't know if you're going to be around that same group of people next Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And so take that opportunity to let them know you love them, you care about them, and you're so thankful that they're a part of your family, a part of your life.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay. Well, we love you guys. We didn't want this episode to be too long because you're probably going to be stuffing your face at the time of listening this. But
hey, before we end,
we're over it. We love you guys. And
what is your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
You're the only one in the room.
Whoa. I thought you were talking about the guy behind me. This is going to be turkey, but.
Are you joking me?
Be quiet.
I am.
It's
actually,
turkey
I'm not surprised.
with gravy on it.
Okay.
Gravy on
Our
it.
son always does this when he talks.
Moves his hands.
What
do you think I was
actually, you know what? Well, I just can't believe it, because I'm like, I do like one slither.
I love the turkey.
Well, here's the thing. I'm actually not surprised, because that's so up your alley. Like, you are not a saucy kind of guy. You're not a super seasoned. You're simple.
Yeah. Okay.
Very
what is
simple.
yours? Watch this. I got to write a list on this one. Here we go.
Well, I like this for this. No, I'm just kidding.
What time is it? What time is it when I'm eating this?
I would say, I don't know, man.
All right. Well,
it's
tune in next week to find out.
I love a good green bean casserole. Love.
Here it comes. She ain't done. Her list was, what's your favorite singular food? And here we go with the second option. Potentially 3. There's probably 3.
So like I said, green bean casserole.
Gag me. That's disgusting.
Well, I'm taking it to your mom's Thanksgiving this year.
I won't touch it.
And then I'd say mashed potatoes, but only if they're made right.
Oh my!
Because you could really screw those up.
Here's a third one.
And then my sweet potato casserole. You cannot tell me that that's not so good.
Those are good.
So good.
Those are good. You guys enjoy some of those foods. Get yourself some turkey lathered in that gravy. We love you guys. We'll see you next week.
Happy Thanksgiving.